So this is the second part on this tree. It's been repotted, it's been watered, it's kind of stable in its pot, so that's not bad at all. Now of course I have to deal with all these long and leggy branches here. Most of them I'll try to guide them and include them in the fusion. Maybe if it is clear on camera, you can see that this is the trunk and that I have already tried to form some branches. So let's get a little closer. I try to zoom in to show you some of the problems that I have to deal with now. So one of the first problems are all these metal clamps here that I need to remove because well, the tree is going to cut in these things. So there are big ones, so I'll need pliers. There are small ones, I'll need tweezers. Then you have a wire here, just a knitting wire that I have to remove too. And then here in the top where I try to make some branching, it's not really a branch, but it's just a bundle of trees. Same here. Yeah, here see these bundles, and well, they're wired together, and of course the trees, the little trunks are already starting to cut into this wire, so I have to remove this also. Now most of the very long shoots here in the top, I won't need them anymore. So I probably can start by cutting back all these long shoots in the top. So this is exactly what I'm going to do. This is a long shoot here, which cannot be included in the rest of the fusion belt because it is the top of the fusion, so I can cut this back, maybe cut this in half, and then make two cuttings of it. And for the time being I just put them in a pot of water, like so. Pot of water, always good to have. So I'll start by doing this, removing all the long shoots from the top. This will give me a better view. So now that I removed all the new shoots emerging from the top, I'm going to work my way down, and when they are emerging from the trunk, like this one, I hope you can see it, I'm just going to prune it back and leave a branch. And next thing I'm going to do is taking all the branches that I made with the seedlings that I guided in bundles, and I'm going to reduce them, but not cut them off completely, just leave some stumps, because maybe I can use them as secondary branches. But everything that comes from the trunk, from the big trunk direct here, I'm going to leave. So this can take quite some time. So this is already a whole lot better. Like you see, all the branches emerging from this branch here have been removed now, and I can now start with removing the wires, the pieces of metal, the raffia, and so on. So very slowly I am making some progress, and I removed the old raffia. And now with these little clamps, these little pieces of metal, I'm just positioning the new growth in this curve, just by pushing it into the foam trunk. one at a time. It's quite time consuming, but I'm getting there. So now I reached the point where a few of the new shoots cross the bundle of seedlings here, and therefore I'm going to remove the wire, the aluminum wire of these of this bundle. Gently. Okay. As you see, the wire is sticking into the foam, so I'm going to let it there, and then I'm going to include this new growth in here. Or maybe I just can remove it and straighten it. That's going to be a lot easier. So it's straight again. I'm looking for that hole. Here it is. A little higher, yeah. So the wire is fixed, and now I take the new growth and include it in this bundle. And then I'm going to wire this again. And this is what we could call the beginning of a branch. And to give it some tension, I'm just going to twist it a little, like so. Okay. So I managed to do the first 10 centimeters, or well, 7, 8 maybe, of this tree. So it's free of wire, and just all the branches are holding with these metal clamps. So now I'm going to put some tension on this, and I'm going to use one piece of raffia for every 2 or 3 centimeters, like so, and then tie this. Okay, so this will hold this part in position. I can now remove some of the metal clamps and reuse them while I work my way up. This starts to look like a, well, like a tree. The raffia can now safely be removed, the natural raffia that I used to make the bundles. Okay. So this is the day after, and after quite a lot of work and a few hours of putting clamps into this tree and so on, this is what I have as a final result. So all these branches are now wired with aluminum wire, and I think I'm going to replace them with very thin copper wire. So this is the aluminum wire that was in it, and I'm now going to stick this copper wire just right through the branch in an angle. Try to work my way in, yeah, and just, of course, follow the curve of the aluminum wire. then I can get rid of the aluminum. You'll notice that I had to get rid of quite a lot of the leaves, but that's not really a problem because most of these leaves would have fallen off anyway, because they grew in winter, and once the sun starts to hit this quite fragile leaves, they dry out and come off by themselves, so that does not change a lot. So why am I replacing this with copper? Well, just because I think that I'm going to let this grow, and I'm not going to include some more growth in the trunk now. I think this is enough. This is really enough, and I'm just going to let it swell for the whole season. Maybe more than this season, and then just cut back and start the ramification, get all the growth back that emerges from the trunk to the trunk, and the fusion will start slowly but surely. And I think I'm just going to let this wire disappear into the branches. And this concludes the work on this pomegranate fusion project. So I hope you found this a little interesting. Hope you'll give it a shot at home. And thank you for watching, and see you next time.